My beloved child, open your heart now and listen. This is not a message for the past, nor a prophecy for a time yet to come. This is my word for your generation. I speak not from a place of condemnation, but from the deep ache of love. I see what you have become. I see a world that runs faster than ever, but toward emptiness. I see people chasing after success, power, and artificial connection, yet starving for true purpose. You scroll endlessly. You reach for validation from the crowd, but you no longer pause to seek my voice. You look up only to catch the next trend, not to behold the heavens. This generation, my child, was meant to shine. I placed talents, dreams, and divine callings in so many hearts, yet most have buried them beneath the noise. You were not born into this era by accident. You are part of a time saturated with knowledge but starving for wisdom. You live among the most connected yet loneliest people in history. You walk in cities lit by screens but darkened in spirit. Even your silence is crowded by the noise of the world. And so I ask you, my child, where is your soul in all of this? You have been told to look inward for strength, but your heart feels weary. You've been taught to pursue happiness at any cost, but the more you search, the more lost you feel. The world offers you versions of truth, 1,000 opinions dressed as light, but few carry the weight of eternity. I am not one voice among many. I am the voice that made you. And now I call you out from the blur of this age. I speak to you directly because I love you too deeply to remain silent. Look around. Do you not see the signs, the unrest, the division, the hollow promises of progress? Your generation is brilliant, creative, full of passion, but also bleeding inside. I see your fears. I know the nights you lie awake, uncertain of who you are or what matters. The pressure to perform, to impress, to keep up, it is crushing your spirit. You long to breathe, to rest, to be seen. I see you. I see how the world has convinced you to run from pain rather than heal from it. I see how many hide behind smiles while battling despair. I see how love has been distorted, how truth has been twisted. I see the weight you carry, even when you pretend to be strong. I see the tears you hide, the prayers you gave up on, the moments you almost reached for me, but turned away. But I have not turned away from you. I have been near all along. When your heart broke, I wept beside you. When you fell, I stood ready to lift you. When you cursed the silence, I was still speaking, just waiting for your stillness. Child, you do not need to fix yourself before you come to me. You only need to come. I will heal what the world has broken. This generation, more than any before, has access to truth and yet resists it. You value authenticity, but reject the author of your soul. You long for justice, but forget the judge, who is also the Redeemer. You cry out for purpose, but ignore the one who crafted yours before time began. The distractions are endless, but my voice is steady. And I say to you now, wake up, return to me. I am not far. You may have grown up hearing of me like a distant legend, but I am more real than the device in your hand. I am not mythology. I am the Messiah. And I speak to you not as a relic, but as the one who walks beside you still. My warning is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. You cannot keep living numb and expect to feel alive. You cannot keep feeding your soul with empty pleasures and expect it to thrive. You cannot keep running from me and still find peace. You wonder if it's too late. You've seen the world grow darker, and part of you fears the light has already left. But I tell you, as long as there is breath in you, there is time to return. My mercy is not exhausted. My arms are still open. The gates of my kingdom are not closed. They are waiting. I am not watching from afar with folded arms. I am right here, knocking at the door of your heart, waiting for you to open. The enemy of your soul wants you to believe you are too far gone, too broken, too indifferent. But I tell you the truth, there is no place you can fall that my grace cannot reach. I came for the wounded, not the perfect. I came for the wanderers, not the righteous in their own eyes. I came for you, not a version of you who has it all together, but the real you, the one crying silently when no one sees, the one who wonders if anyone understands, the one who still, even faintly, hopes that something holy is possible again. This is your generation's moment, not just to witness change, but to become it. I am raising up voices, hearts and souls who will carry my message like fire in the night. I am stirring up a movement of love that the world can't cancel and truth that no system can silence. I don't need crowds. I call individuals. I don't look for status. I search for surrender. And if you say yes, if you choose to listen, I will do more through your life than you can imagine. Let this be the day your heart softens again. Let this be the moment your ears tune back to heaven's whisper. The world may say you're just one person, but in my hands, one surrendered heart can ignite generations returned to me. Let me write a new story with your life, one of redemption, of purpose, of awakening. The time is not tomorrow, it is now. The voice you hear is not imagination, it is I, Jesus, the one who calls you home. My beloved child, you have heard many invitations, but you have not truly listened. You have been surrounded by whispers from heaven, by gentle tugs on your soul, by moments that carried divine weight, but your heart has been elsewhere. You nod at truth, while your thoughts drift away. You say Amen without letting it change you. You hear the warnings, the urgings, the call to return, but your ears have grown dull. You've become accustomed to the noise of the world, and so my voice now feels like silence. But I have never stopped speaking. I am the Word. I do not go silent. I have sent signs. I have sent voices crying in the wilderness. I have spoken through nature, through dreams, through pain, through blessings. I have written my truth in the Scriptures, yet the Bible lies unopened. I have placed my spirit within those who would speak, but the world mocks them. You say you want truth, but you choose comfort. You claim to seek light, but you hide in distraction. This generation has turned its back on the truth, not because truth has failed, but because lies are easier to live with. The truth requires surrender, humility, repentance, but lies let you feel free while secretly enslaving your soul. You have believed the lie that you can be your own God, that you can redefine love, identity, and purpose apart from me. You celebrate voices that flatter your desires and reject voices that call you back to me. You scroll past my words while giving your attention to things that empty your spirit. The Scriptures are not ancient dust. They are breath. They are life. They are my voice recorded for you, yet so few open them anymore. You treat my word as optional, while feeding daily on the words of strangers and influencers. But what you feed grows, and I see a generation starved of eternal truth. You eat what cannot satisfy and then wonder why you still feel hollow. You listen to noise and wonder why you can't hear me. You have ignored my signs. They were not accidents. They were not coincidences. They were my mercy. The shaking of the earth, the turbulence of nations, the storms in your skies and hearts, these are signs. Not to terrify you, but to awaken you. But instead of turning to me, many harden their hearts. They call it normal. They call it science. They call it fate. But they do not call upon my name. My child, when did your heart stop listening? Was it when you were disappointed, when the answers didn't come fast enough? When pain made you question my love? I understand. I was there. I wept when your faith was wounded. I held you when you didn't know. But even then, I was still speaking. You expected my voice to thunder, but sometimes I speak in stillness. You looked for signs in the sky, but I was writing them in your tears. There are those who still hear me. The ones who pause, the ones who turn off the world to tune into heaven, the ones who still tremble at my word, who still treasure the name of Jesus. They are not perfect, but they are listening, and through them I am speaking louder than ever. But you must choose to listen. I will not compete with the noise. I will not force my voice upon your ears. I wait for the willing. Your heart is not beyond redemption. Your ears are not too deaf to hear, but you must turn back. You must learn to listen again. Put aside the distractions. Lay down your pride. Open the Bible not as a book of rules, but as a letter from your Father. You will hear me there. You will see that I have not changed. My truth is not outdated. It is eternal. It is freedom. It is life. This generation celebrates what I have called sin. It shouts for freedom, yet sinks deeper into chains. It preaches tolerance, but silences truth. It exalts the self, but loses the soul. Do you not see the cost? Can you not feel the emptiness growing? I warned of days like these. I said there would be itching ears that seek only what pleases them. I said people would turn from sound doctrine and follow myths. These days are not coming. They are here. And yet, even now, my mercy is reaching. Even now I am calling you back. Even now the signs continue. Not to condemn, but to lead you home. I do not delight in judgment. I long to restore. I long to forgive. But you must listen. You must respond. I cannot fill a heart that remains closed. I cannot heal a soul that denies it is sick. Come to me honestly. I will not turn you away. I am not a distant memory. I am the present King. My voice is clear for those who quiet their world. My hand is stretched out for those who stop running. My spirit is ready for those who surrender. The days are growing short. The world is changing quickly, and I am still speaking. Will you hear me this time? You may have ignored me before, but today is not too late. You may have dismissed my word, but it is still alive. You may have wandered, but the road home remains open. I do not shame you for what you missed. I rejoice when you finally hear. And if you hear me now, don't harden your heart again. Don't wait until it's convenient. Don't delay until you feel worthy. Just come, listen, let me speak to you again. For I am Jesus, the one who never stopped calling your name, the one who still walks among lampstands. The one who loves this generation even when it runs. And I will keep speaking until the final door closes. until the final trumpet sounds, until the final soul returns. I speak not to condemn you, but to awaken you. Hear me, my child. Hear me now. My beloved child, you live in a time where darkness no longer hides. It dresses itself in beauty, cloaks itself in kindness, and walks boldly among you, calling itself truth. What was once called sin is now celebrated as progress. What was once sacred is now ridiculed. What was once light is now labeled oppressive, and what was once evil is applauded as freedom. The lines between good and evil have been blurred not by accident, but by design. And I am here to open your eyes, to uncover what has been hidden in plain sight. You may wonder how the world came to this point. It did not happen overnight. Slowly, gently, the truth was exchanged for opinion, and opinion for emotion, and emotion for desire. The heart, disconnected from me, became its own guide, and a heart without me is easily deceived. The enemy did not come with fire and fury, but with comfort and charm. He planted lies in songs, in shows, in conversations, until your soul was no longer shocked by darkness. Instead, it became entertained by it. I show you now how the light has been inverted. Righteousness is mocked. Purity is seen as weakness. Humility is treated like foolishness. Holiness is ignored. My name is used in vain more often than in prayer. And those who speak the truth are called hateful, while those who promote lies are hailed as brave. This is the world I warned you of, a world that calls good evil and evil good. A world that will love darkness more than light because its deeds are dark. The deception is deep. It tells you that truth is relative, that love means affirming everything, that freedom means doing whatever you want. But truth without me is still empty. Love without truth is not love, it is flattery. Freedom without righteousness is bondage in disguise. And so I must speak. I must expose what has become normal, even within the hearts of my people. You have been fed a steady diet of distortion. The enemy has numbed your discernment through repetition. He has made sin look sympathetic and righteousness look arrogant. He has taken what is unholy and made it trend. He has taken what is pure and made it invisible. And the cost, my child, is not small. It is your soul. I weep for how many no longer know what is true. I grieve for those who twist my words to serve their own desires. I cry out for those who once walked in the light, but now prefer the shadows. I do not weep because I am defeated. I weep because love mourns when truth is rejected. And even now, my love compels me to speak, to warn, to plead. My child, when you celebrate what I have called sin, you invite ruin. When you excuse what I died to free you from, you trample grace. When you redefine my words to fit your culture, you build a gospel with no power. Do not be deceived. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My truth has not evolved. My holiness has not weakened. And I will not be silent just to keep the peace that is built on compromise. If you do not turn back, there will come a day when darkness feels normal, when evil no longer shocks you, when your heart no longer weeps at injustice, when your spirit no longer hungers for what is holy. That is the day your soul begins to die quietly. But it does not have to be that way. Today, if you hear me, you can return. You do not have to remain in confusion. I am still the light. My word is still a lamp to your feet. My spirit still convicts, still speaks, still guides. The world may change its definitions, but I do not change. You are not helpless in this storm. I have given you armor. I have given you my name. I have given you the cross and the empty tomb. You have all you need to stand, but you must choose. Choose truth over popularity. Choose conviction over convenience. Choose the narrow path that leads to life. I never promised the easy way. I promised the eternal one. The world offers a wide road, smooth and fast, but its end is destruction. My way is harder, yes, but it is filled with peace, with purpose, with me. I know the cost. I know what you may lose. Friends, status, approval. But I also know what you will gain. Freedom, clarity, eternal life, and most of all, me. I am worth it, and I will walk with you every step. I will not let you fall if you keep your eyes on me. Let me teach you to see again, to recognize the counterfeit, to discern what is from me and what is not. Let me give you back your holy hunger. Let me restore your broken compass. Let me awaken your heart to what is real. The darkness may be loud, but my whisper is still stronger. You only need to listen. Return to the light. Return to the truth. Return to me. I am not the God of fear, but the God of clarity. I do not manipulate, I illuminate. And what I show you, I can also heal. You do not need to be ashamed of having been deceived. You only need to be willing to be transformed. I am Jesus. I walked in truth and light in a world much like yours. I was hated for truth, but I spoke it anyway. I was rejected by many, but I embraced the cross for them. And for you. And now I speak once more to this generation, not to shame you, but to shake you, not to scold you, but to save you. Will you hear me? Will you see what has been hidden? Will you walk again in the light? The time is now, for soon even the night will fall silent, and what was once whispered will be no more. Come now, child, let the darkness end with you. Let the truth begin again. My beloved child, you ask why I have not acted. You wonder why the world grows darker, why evil seems louder, why suffering spreads like a flood, and still the heavens remain seemingly quiet. But I tell you this, I have acted, I have spoken, I have given signs. The signs have already been given, and they have not been small. They have been written into the earth, etched into the skies, and whispered deep into the soul. Earthquakes have shaken cities, wars have torn nations. Fires have raged, floods have come, and still you ask, where are you, God? But I ask you in return, where have you been? You see tragedy and cry for justice, but you do not bow to the judge. You witness brokenness and long for healing, yet you reject the healer. You watch the world unravel, yet you refuse the one who holds it together. I have not been silent, my child. The silence you sense is not mine, it is yours. For it is your silence toward me that has grown loud. I have sent signs not to cause fear, but to awaken love. I have allowed shaking not to destroy, but to reveal the foundation. When what is temporary begins to crumble, it is so you might turn to what is eternal. But instead, so many turn inward, turn angry, turn distracted. You run toward your own wisdom, your own power, your own idols, and then wonder why I feel distant. But I have not moved. It is the heart of man that has drifted. From the beginning I have warned of days like these. I spoke through prophets, through parables, through visions. I told of famines, of wars, of deception rising. I told of love growing cold, of truth being exchanged for lies. These are not random events. They are markers. They are reminders. They are warnings that time is shorter than you think. And yet so many treat them as coincidences. They explain away what is divine with what is scientific. They dismiss what is holy with what is convenient. But no human reason can erase what I have ordained. I speak through the signs not only around you, but within you. Have you not noticed the emptiness even when everything looks full? Have you not felt the ache even in the midst of laughter? That is my spirit stirring you, reminding you that you were made for more than this. The signs are not always thunder. Sometimes they come as restlessness. Sometimes they come as dreams, as a stranger's word, as a scripture you can't forget. My signs do not always flash. Many are gentle, but persistent. Yet you ask, why don't you intervene? And I answer, I have again and again. I intervene in every prayer whispered in desperation. I intervene in every life saved from the edge. I intervene through every message, every moment of conviction, every sunrise that holds mercy. But you look only for fire from heaven and miss the fire in your chest that burns when I speak. My child, you want me to stop the evil around you, but I long to first stop the rebellion within you. You want me to fix the world, but I want to heal your heart. For if I silence the storm, but your soul still rages, have you truly found peace? If I stop the war, but you still live far from me, what has really changed? The signs are not for your curiosity. They are for your return. I do not send them as punishments, but as invitations. Each shaking is a call. Each disruption is a door. Will you enter in? Will you respond? Or will you wait until the final sign, the one that signals no more time remains? There will come a day when my voice will no longer call. When the final trumpet sounds, when the skies split open and I return in glory, the time for choosing will have passed. That is why I speak now. That is why I allow what is uncomfortable. I am not cruel. I am committed. Committed to rescuing those who will still listen. Committed to warning before it is too late. My signs are my mercy. They are not curses. They are the cries of a loving father desperate to bring his children home. But if you continue to ignore them, your heart will grow hard. And when light tries to shine, it will feel like an irritation instead of an invitation. This is why I plead. This is why I shake. This is why I call. Let the signs do their work. Let them soften you, not scare you. Let them bring you back, not push you further away. Return to the one who gave you breath. Return to the one who formed your soul. Return to the one who has never stopped loving you. I am still here. I am still calling. I am still sending signs. You asked why I have not done anything. But my child, I have done everything. I gave you my word. I gave you the cross. I gave you the empty tomb. I gave you my spirit. I gave you time. I gave you today. And I have given you this message, this very moment, as another sign. Don't ask me why I am silent, when your heart has been the one not listening. The greatest silence is not in the heavens, but in the soul that no longer seeks. Yet if you seek me now, I will be found. If you return, I will receive you. If you listen, I will speak again. The signs have been given. The time is now. Let today be the day you answer. My beloved child, I do not speak to frighten you. I speak because I love you. I am not here to threaten, but to awaken. Love does not stay silent while danger draws near. Love does not look away when a soul is walking toward ruin. I see what you cannot see. I know what lies ahead, and so I must speak clearly, without hesitation. This is the final warning. Not because I desire fear, but because I desire your return. You live in a world spinning faster every day, chasing progress while forgetting purpose. So many run from one thing to another, building towers of success, wrapping themselves in distractions and drowning out the quiet voice that still calls to them. But I am not fooled by the appearance of fullness. I see the void within. I see the ache that sleep cannot fix and the weight that laughter cannot lift. I have waited patiently. I have whispered again and again. I have knocked softly on the door of your heart. And still you turn away. Still you push me aside for later, for when it's more convenient, for when life slows down. But child, life is not waiting. Eternity is not on pause. Every day you delay is a day closer to the edge. Every moment you ignore me is a moment lost forever. I am not a god of panic. I am the God of peace. But peace cannot grow where truth is rejected. You cannot ask for comfort while choosing rebellion. You cannot claim my promises while ignoring my presence. I want all of you, not just your crisis. I want your trust, not your convenience. I want your heart, not your excuses. This is not about religion. This is about your soul. Your choices today are shaping your eternity. What you worship now becomes your master. What you believe now becomes your future. I gave you free will not to abandon you, but to invite you. Love is not forced, but it always calls. I have called you through beauty, through pain, through scripture, through silence. I have called you through others, through dreams, through every breath you've taken. And now I am calling you through this warning. You think you have time. You think tomorrow will always come. But how many wake up expecting to live and never do? How many plan for decades and are gone in moments? You are not promised another day. You are promised me. And I am here now. This moment is not random. It is sacred. It is mercy reaching for you one more time. If you hear my voice today, do not harden your heart. Do not push me aside again. You know the truth. You've heard it before, but knowing is not enough. Agreement is not surrender. Listening is not obedience. I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust me, to open the door, to say yes before it's too late. The world will offer you endless options: comfort, fame, pleasure, escape, but none of them will save your soul. None of them will hold you when your world collapses. None of them died for you. Only I did. Only I took your shame, your guilt, your punishment. Only I rose again so you could live. I have nothing left to prove. My cross was enough. My love has been proven. Now, the decision is yours. Do not wait for another sign. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for everything to make sense. The door is open now. The invitation is now. The warning is now. The time for delay has ended. The time for decision has come. You may feel unworthy. You may think you've gone too far, stayed away too long, sinned too deeply, but my grace is deeper still. My arms are open still. My blood still speaks your name. I am not angry with you. I am pleading with you. Not to condemn you, but to rescue you. This is the final warning, not because I will stop loving you, but because the time will soon stop allowing you. There will be a day when the door closes, when the last call is made, when the final moment passes. On that day every heart will bow, every tongue will confess, but on that day the chance to choose will be gone. So choose now, choose life, choose truth. Choose me. I do not promise a life without pain, but I promise my presence through it. I do not promise riches, but I promise peace. I do not promise answers to every question, but I promise strength for every step. You do not walk alone when you walk with me. Let this be the day everything changes. Let this be the moment your soul says yes. Let this be the chapter where the story shifts, from wandering to returning, from fear to faith, from pride to surrender. I am not asking you to earn my love. I am asking you to receive it freely, fully. Now, I am Jesus, the one who loved you first. The one who sees beyond your past, the one who holds your future, the one who stands at the door and knocks one final time. Will you open? Will you listen? Will you return? This is not just a message, it is mercy, it is me. Hear me, my child, and come home. My beloved child, there is a sorrow in heaven that cannot be ignored. It is not the sorrow of defeat, for I have already overcome the world. It is not the sorrow of fear, for my throne is unshaken. It is the sorrow of a father's heart watching his children walk away. I look upon this generation, and my heart aches, not with anger, but with grief. Not because I want to punish, but because I know what could have been. I created you for glory. I formed this generation with purpose. I placed light in your hearts and dreams that could shift nations. I long to see a generation rise up for righteousness, to worship in spirit and truth, to lift their eyes beyond the screen and see eternity. I hoped to find voices unashamed to declare my name, hands eager to serve, hearts soft before me. But what I see is different. I see a generation distracted, disoriented, drowning in comparison and craving approval from everything but me. I see many bowing not at altars of truth, but before the idols of success, self, and pleasure. I hear prayers replaced with noise, worship exchanged for entertainment, and faith reduced to slogans. My child, I do not weep because you are weak. I weep because you have forgotten who you are. You were made for more than this. You were made to shine, to love deeply, to walk in truth. But the world has dimmed your light, not by force, but by seduction. It convinced you that you were not enough, so you chased validation. It told you that my ways were outdated, so you walked away. It promised freedom and gave you chains wrapped in comfort. And my heart broke, not because I am surprised, but because I know what could still be. I still see the potential in you. I still see the calling. I still see the one who once believed, who once sang with fire, who once prayed with tears. And I mourn not what is, but what has been lost. I remember the moments you felt me near, the times your heart softened at my word. I do not bring these memories to shame you, but to remind you of who you truly are. There is great sorrow in heaven when love is rejected, for love cannot force itself, and true worship cannot be faked. I search for those who will worship me in spirit and in truth, not for performance, not for show, but for love. And yet so many have grown cold. So many have turned the sacred into spectacle. They gather in my name, but do not invite me in. They say my name, but do not listen to my voice. This is not judgment. This is grief. The kind of grief that a parent feels watching a child choose the wrong path. The kind of sorrow that knows the pain ahead and longs to shield, to restore, to rescue. I do not weep from weakness. I weep from love. Love that sees what still could be if only hearts would turn again. My child, this grief is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of awakening. I speak this not to condemn, but to call. I call out to this generation not with wrath, but with tears. I long for you to return to me, to lay down your distractions, your masks, your fears, to look up again, to lift your eyes from the temporary and gaze at the eternal. Heaven is waiting for your return. Do not think you are too far. Do not believe the lie that your heart is too hard. I have restored prodigals. I have breathed life into dry bones. I have turned sorrow into songs and ruins into altars. But you must want me. You must choose me. I will not force worship. I will not demand praise. But I will wait, and I will weep, until the day you rise. You ask, why does God allow sorrow? But my sorrow is not like the world's. It is not hopeless. It is holy. It is the sorrow of a God who loves so deeply he refuses to give up, who watches the darkness rise and still offers light, who sees a generation slipping and still reaches out. My tears are not signs of distance, but of nearness. I am not detached. I am deeply involved. My sorrow is a river that runs with mercy. Even now heaven is calling. Angels still rejoice over one soul who returns. The Father still runs to meet his child. The Spirit still whispers, "Come home." And I, Jesus, still stand with arms open. I still carry the scars that paid your ransom. I still offer the invitation you keep postponing, not tomorrow, not later. Now, let this sorrow awaken you. Let it shake your sleep. Let it draw you close. Do not waste another moment believing the lie that you are forgotten. You are not. You are loved beyond understanding. And even now, as my heart grieves, it also hopes. It hopes for your yes. It hopes for your surrender. It hopes for your return. I am Jesus. I do not give up on those I love. I do not stop calling. I do not stop believing in what I placed inside you. You were born for this moment. You were created to carry light into this darkness. You were made to reflect heaven, not blend into the world. And I still believe in you. So come. Come with your doubts. Come with your weariness. Come with your guilt. My sorrow does not reject you. It receives you, it runs to you, it lifts you. And if today you hear my voice, do not harden your heart. Let it break, let it open. Let it return. There is sorrow in heaven, but there is also hope. Hope that this generation will rise. Hope that you will rise. Hope that love will be chosen once again. Let today be the day you say yes. Let today be the day heaven rejoices because sorrow has turned to joy. My beloved child, a storm is coming. I speak not of wind or rain alone, but of a shaking, an awakening. It will come as pressure, as crisis, as chaos that breaks through the illusion of control. It will shake nations and expose foundations. It will strip away the false security this world has wrapped itself in. It is not meant to destroy you, but to awaken you. For too long you have slept in comfort while your spirit faded. For too long you have trusted in things that do not last. Now the storm must come. This storm is not punishment, it is prophecy, it is not vengeance. It is mercy. The shaking that approaches is my way of turning hearts back to me. I have whispered. I have warned, and still many do not listen. So I allow the ground beneath you to tremble, not to hurt you, but to make you see what truly holds you. You will see systems fail. You will watch as idols crumble. You will feel the weight of what once seemed strong begin to collapse. The things you relied on, the economy, influence, technology, even relationships, will prove unable to save you. And in that moment of collapse, you will be faced with a choice, fear or faith. Will you run deeper into the storm, or will you look to me, the one who calms it? I am not caught off guard by what is coming. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I see the end from the beginning. I do not panic, I prepare, and I prepare you. This is why I speak now. This is why I draw you close before the wind rises, because those who are rooted in me will not be moved. Those who stand on my word will not be washed away. The storm may rage, but their foundation will hold. You must understand, my child, the storm is not your enemy. It is the revealer. It reveals what is real and what is false, what is temporary and what is eternal. It reveals the strength of your faith, the depth of your trust, the condition of your soul. I allow the storm so that what cannot be shaken will remain. Some will curse me when it comes. They will say, "Where is God?" But I will be exactly where I have always been, calling, loving, waiting. My hands will still be open, my eyes will still see, my heart will still break for those who do not yet turn. But those who hear me now, those who prepare their hearts, they will rise. They will be light in the darkness, peace in the panic, hope in the confusion, because they have me. You may wonder what to do. The answer is not complex. Return to me. Root yourself in my truth. Learn my voice now so that when the wind howls, you will not be deceived by noise. Train your spirit to discern, your mind to renew, your heart to soften. Do not wait until the shaking begins. The time is now. I do not send storms without purpose. Even the winds obey me. Even the waves move at my command. Nothing comes without passing through my hands. And if I allow the storm, it is because I see what can be built after it. Revival, renewal. Return. But first, the false must fall. The dead things must be removed. The pride must break. Then the healing will begin. This generation has trusted in so much that cannot save. You have leaned on your own strength, built your towers, proclaimed your independence, but the storm will show you that only I am unshakable, only I am the refuge. And when all else gives way, I remain. Do not be afraid, child. Fear is not your inheritance. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. I do not delight in your suffering. I delight in your awakening. I delight in the moment your eyes open and you see that I was always here, that I never left, that I never stopped calling your name. Let this be your preparation. Let this be your return. Let this be your moment of surrender before the clouds gather. I am not telling you this to stir panic, but to anchor peace. I tell you what is coming not so you will hide, but so you will stand. And I promise you this, those who stand in me will not be swept away. The rain may fall, the earth may shake, but I will cover you. I will shelter you. I will strengthen you. You are not alone. Even if the storm separates you from the world, it cannot separate you from me. I am with you in the fire, in the flood, in the silence, and in the storm. When the world trembles, you will stand, not by your power but by mine, not in fear but in faith. And your faith will shine. It will call others to me. It will show them that peace is not the absence of the storm, but the presence of a Saviour. So do not wait. Ready your heart. Root yourself in truth. Fill your lamp with oil. Watch. Listen. Pray. Stay awake. The storm is coming. But so is my glory, and those who endure will see it. I am Jesus. I do not abandon in the storm. I walk on the waves. I speak to the wind. I still hold your hand, and if you are mine, no storm will destroy you. It will shape you. It will awaken you, and it will carry you closer to me, my beloved child. I know the darkness feels heavy. I know the silence of this world can feel overwhelming. But even now, in the middle of it all, you still hear me. And I want you to know this. I see you. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are the light that remains. In a world that has traded truth for noise, you have chosen to remain still enough to hear me. When others chase distraction, you return to prayer. When the world laughs at faith, you hold it tighter. When love grows cold all around you, your heart still burns for me. And though it may seem small, though your life may feel hidden, I want you to know this. You are not alone, and you are not invisible to heaven. You are my remnant, the ones who still believe when it costs something, the ones who still kneel when others stand in pride, the ones who still weep for the lost, still hunger for truth, still fight the quiet battles no one sees. You are the ones I have kept, and I have kept you for a reason. You are not here by accident. You were placed in this time, in this generation, for a purpose greater than you can imagine. Your faith is not just for survival. It is for revival. I have lit a flame in you, and I will not let it go out. You are my beacon in this dark age. You are my voice when so many have gone silent. You are the ones who carry my presence into the places where others refuse to go. I know it is not easy. I know the pressure to compromise is great. I know the loneliness that comes from walking the narrow path. But you have not given in. You have not let go, and because of that, I will strengthen you. I will protect you. I will use you, child. Do not be discouraged by the size of your circle. I have never needed crowds to change history. I have always used the faithful few. I used Noah, who built in the silence. I used Esther, hidden in a palace. I used Daniel, surrounded by lions, and I will use you. Your prayers are louder than you know. Your obedience is more powerful than you think. Every yes you whisper in the dark echoes through eternity. You are the ones who have not bowed to the idols of this age. You have not traded your worship for applause. You have not diluted my word to fit into culture. You have remained, and because of that, I will remain with you. Let me encourage your heart today. Let me remind you that you are not laboring in vain. I see the seeds you sow. I see the tears you cry. I see the love you give when none is returned. And I see the moments you wonder if it matters. It does. Every act of faith, every moment of courage, every step of surrender, it matters. Through you, I will stir this generation. Through your light, I will expose the darkness. Through your faithfulness, I will show the world that I am still alive, still moving, still saving. You may feel small, but in my hands, small things change everything. So do not grow weary in doing good. Do not lose heart when results seem far away. Do not measure your worth by the world's standards. I do not count by numbers, I count by hearts. And yours is fully mine. You are not forgotten in the battle. You are marked by heaven. You are guarded by angels, and your prayers are carried to my throne. Every time you've chosen me over compromise, you've drawn the attention of heaven. Every time you've stood when others sat, spoke when others stayed quiet, loved when others hated, you've released my kingdom into the earth. You are my light bearers, and light always shines brightest in the dark. So shine. Shine when it's inconvenient. Shine when no one claps. Shine when it costs you something. Your reward is not in this world, it is with me. And I do not forget faithfulness. This is your hour to rise, not in pride, but in purpose. This is your moment to lead, not with fame, but with faith. Be bold in truth, be gentle in love, be unshakable in me. Because through you I will shake the hearts of those around you. Through you I will awaken others who have grown cold. Through you I will move. You are not responsible for the results. You are responsible for your response. Leave the outcome to me. I am the Lord of the harvest. You are simply the messenger, the witness, the vessel, and I take joy in using you just as you are. Do not despise the days of small beginnings, for the greatest revivals often begin with one obedient soul. And you, child, are that soul. You are part of the answer to the prayers of generations. You are part of the story I am writing even now. So be strong and very courageous. Do not be afraid. I am with you. I will uphold you. I will speak through you. I will defend you. And in the end, I will reward you. I am Jesus. I have not forgotten those who still hear my voice. I walk with them. I breathe through them. I move in their midst. And through them, I will shake the earth one more time. You are not the forgotten ones. You are the chosen. You are the remaining light. And through you, this generation will see me again, my beloved child. Come home. This is not just a suggestion. It is my voice calling to you, clearly and tenderly, yet filled with urgency. Come home. You have wandered long enough. You have carried burdens not meant for you. You have chased answers that led to silence. You have stood in the crowd but felt unseen. You have smiled in daylight but wept alone at night. I have seen every moment, and I have been calling you through them all. Even when you ran, I followed. Even when you doubted, I stayed near. Even when you tried to silence my voice, I whispered still, because love never stops calling. And my love for you has not grown weak, it has not grown tired, it has not given up. It has only waited for this moment. You may think too much time has passed. You may think you have gone too far. But distance means nothing to me. The moment your heart turns, I am already there. Like the father who ran to his lost son, I run to you now. Not with condemnation, but with open arms. Not with punishment, but with healing. Not with questions, but with joy. Because I love you and I want you home. Come home from the lies, come home from the guilt. Come home from the shame that was never meant to stay. Come home from the masks you wear, from the fear that keeps you silent, from the emptiness that no success could fill. Come home, not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. I see your heart. I know what you carry. I know the regrets you've buried, the things you wish you could undo, the words you wish you never said, the silence you wish you had broken. I see it all, and still I say, come. I do not need you to be clean before you return. It is my love that will cleanse you. It is my presence that will restore you. There is still time, but child, there is not much. The window of mercy is open now, but it will not stay open forever. This is not to frighten you. This is to awaken you. Every day the world grows louder, but my voice has not changed. I still say, come. I still say, return. I still say, today is the day of salvation. You were not made for distance from me. You were created to walk with me, to hear me, to know me. And I miss the sound of your voice in the quiet. I miss the moments when your heart would break for what breaks mine. I miss the way you once believed in miracles, in hope, in the beauty of being known by me. But even more than I miss you, I wait for you. The door is still open. The path is still here. You don't need to map the journey. Just take the first step. Speak the first word. Whisper the name that never stopped holding power, Jesus. I will meet you there. In the middle of your mess, in the middle of your questions, in the middle of your trying, I will meet you there. You may wonder, why would he want me back? Because I never stopped wanting you. You are not a project to me. You are my child. I do not love you for your usefulness. I love you for your heart. I do not value you for your performance. I value you because I made you, I know you, and I chose the cross for you. Do not wait until the pain deepens. Do not wait until the storm swells. Do not wait until your heart grows harder. The longer you stay away, the easier it becomes to forget the sound of my voice. But even now, I am calling. Even now, I am near. Even now, I have prepared a place for you in my presence. You don't need to earn my welcome. It was paid for already. The cross settled your debt. The grave removed your shame. My resurrection opened the way. All you need to do is return, and when you do, there will be no lectures, only celebration. There will be no delay, only embrace. Heaven still rejoices over one soul that returns. The angels still dance at repentance. And I still sing over you when you draw near. You may not feel worthy, but love never asked you to be. It asked you to receive. So receive it now. Receive the love that does not hold records of wrongs. Receive the grace that covers everything. Receive the peace that has been waiting on the other side of surrender. Come home to purpose. Come home to identity. Come home to the life that only I can give. Your calling is not lost. Your destiny is not over. What I planned for you is still possible, but it begins with your yes. You don't need to fix it all. Just return. I will heal. I will rebuild. I will restore what was stolen. The time is short, but the invitation is still open. I am calling you now. Not through thunder, but through truth. Not through fear, but through love. Not through force, but through grace. Do you hear me? That tug on your heart is me. That stirring in your spirit is me. That longing you can't explain is me. I placed eternity in your heart, and now it is drawing you back to mine. Come home, my beloved. Come not because you feel pressured, but because you feel pursued. Come not because you are afraid, but because you are loved. Come because it's time. Time to leave behind the weight, the wounds, the wandering. Time to step into what has always been yours, my presence, my peace, my promises. I am Jesus. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I never stopped loving you. I never stopped calling you. And I never will, but time is running short, and I want you home before the final hour. You are not forgotten. You are not too far. You are not too late. Just say yes. Just come. Just let me bring you back to life. I am calling you home. Come now. My beloved child, I have walked with you through the silence, the shaking, the sorrow, and the storm. I have spoken to your heart in whispers and in warnings. I have called you by name, not to leave you as you were, but to raise you into who you were always meant to be. Now I say to you, stand. You are the one I have chosen to awaken this generation. I did not choose you because you were the loudest, the strongest, or the most visible. I chose you because you listened. When others closed their ears, you leaned in. When the world shouted distractions, you sought my voice. When the light around you dimmed, your heart still reached for mine. And so I place my hand upon you now, not as a burden, but as a calling. Rise, not in your own strength, but in mine. Rise not to gain attention, but to reflect my truth. Rise because the time has come for the light to shine in the darkness, and I have appointed you to carry it. This generation needs more than words. It needs witness. It needs hearts on fire, not just minds full of knowledge. It needs those who have truly met me and are unashamed to tell the world. You are that one, not alone, but among the few who remain faithful. You are part of a remnant I have preserved for this hour. Not to survive, but to revive. Not to hide, but to heal. Not to echo culture, but to proclaim heaven. I am raising you up to speak when others stay silent, to love when others turn cold, to stand firm when the winds rise again. Let me speak clearly now. You have a mission. The days of hesitation are over. The time for hiding has ended. You are called to carry my voice into the wilderness of this age. To lift the broken, to speak to the confused, to call home those who have wandered far. This world will not change through noise, but through anointed voices who know me. You are one of them. I have placed my spirit within you, not for comfort alone, but for courage. I will give you words when you have none. I will go before you into every room, every conversation, every battle. You do not need to know how it will all unfold. You only need to obey, one step at a time, one soul at a time, and I will do the rest. Do not look around and say, "But who am I?" Look up and remember who I am. I am the one who takes fishermen and makes them preachers. I am the one who calls the least and fills them with power. I am the one who turns ashes into beauty, fear into fire, and broken vessels into holy messengers. I am the one who chose you, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. I did not place you in this generation by mistake. I sent you here on purpose. You were born for now. You were made for this moment. You carry something this world cannot explain because you carry me. So speak boldly, live purely, love deeply. And never forget, I go with you. Yes, the task is great. Yes, the battle is real. But greater is he who is in you than the world that surrounds you. You do not walk in your own armor. You walk in mine. You do not speak your own opinions. You speak my truth. You are not sent alone. I walk beside you every step. Let your voice rise. Let your worship shake the heavens. Let your compassion break chains. Let your life show what it means to follow me in a world that has forgotten me. You may not feel ready. That's why I am your strength. You may not feel qualified. That's why I am your authority. You may feel small, but heaven moves through the surrendered. This is not a message just for you. It is the beginning of your message to the world. Do not keep it hidden. Do not delay. Start now. Today, with what you have, with who you are. You don't need a platform. You only need obedience. You don't need applause. You only need my approval. And child, you already have it. I am Jesus. I walked the earth and overcame it. I broke death and silence and fear. I did it for you. And now I send you out with the same Spirit that raised me from the dead. You are not ordinary. You are anointed. You are not forgotten. You are sent. You are not too late. You are right on time, so go. Go with boldness. Go with compassion. Go with fire in your bones and truth on your lips. Go and be the answer to someone's prayer. Go and be the light someone has been waiting for. Go and live the message that I have spoken into your heart. And when you are tired, I will carry you. When you are rejected, I will comfort you. When you are afraid, I will surround you. When you don't know what to say, I will speak through you. And when you forget who you are, I will remind you again and again, you are mine. My child, I have spoken many words to this generation. I have warned, I have wept, I have whispered, but now I give this final word to you, not as a weight, but as a gift. You are my response to the cries of this generation. You are the vessel I have chosen to carry heaven's voice into the earth, not because you are perfect, but because you are listening. This is my last word to this generation, and now I wait for your response.